Very good evening to all of you. How are you? I hope all well. And let me start the today class, that is exemption in the GST. ठीक है. Question number 1, it is in front of you. It has 9 10 subpart. Kindly start one by one. G1 Limited, registered under GST, providing the service amounting to rupees 10 lakh, okay, to the government authority by way of sanitation conservation. So first is government authority, second is nature of the transaction. Kindly tell me whether the service would be exempted or taxable and along with reason. Along with reason, if you can add some reason, then it would be excellent. So the answer is okay. So you are saying that provided to the government. So Kuldeep, what is your answer? Is it exempted or is it taxable? तो कुलदीप आपका आंसर क्या है? मतलब is it taxable or is it exempted? The answer is it is exempted. And why it is exempted? Why it is exempted? Because it is provided to the government. Provided to the government. So here the concept of that 25%, 75%, would there be concept applicable in this case? Is there the concept of 25% or 75% is exempted, taxable? क्या वो कॉन्सेप्ट एप्लीकेबल होगा यहां पर? Answer is no, that will not be applicable because it is a pure service. So that concept would be applicable when it is a composite supply, wherein some goods are involved. Now, whether any service provided to the government authority are exempted, any service provided to the government authority exempted. Let's say I am providing any service, will it be exempted? मेरा क्वेश्चन ध्यान से सुनिए वापस. Very very important question because it is related to amendment. Service provided to the government authority, whether there is in any certain limited category of the services which are exempted, or any service, pure service, 100% service, any service provided to this government authority are exempted. I'm just asking. Okay. Okay. Let me highlight the relevant entries in front of you. Please note, when it is government authority, mistake हो सकता है, when it is government authority, only these 5 categories of the service are exempted. Only 5 categories of the services are exempted. It should be the water, public health, sanitation, solid waste, or slum improvement. Slum improvement. Now, so whatever you are saying, that one second, you are talking about this one. Pure services provided to the central government, state government, union territory, local authority. Earlier, there was governmental authority. Earlier, there was governmental authority included in this entry. Earlier, the government authority and government entity was included. ये मिस्टेक मत करना, गवर्नमेंट एंटिटी भी हुआ करता था, गवर्नमेंट अथॉरिटी भी हुआ करता था. इन दोनों को ओमिट किया, रिमूव किया यहां से. And then for government authority only, they have inserted new serial number by which we can say if the recipient is central government, state government, union territory, local authority. If it is a pure service, 100% it is exempted. Provided it should be in relation to any function entrusted to the panchayat under Article 243G or municipality under Article 243W. That is the condition. And for government authorities, they've inserted the new serial number. They are saying water supply, public health, sanitation, solid waste, slum improvement. Is it clear? Let's move further. Second question. We'll enjoy the discussion and we will cover almost the entire chapter by way of the practical question. ठीक है? और लास्ट में you all would be there 10-15 minutes. We will do the quick round of the question answer. ठीक है? राजू ट्रांसपोर्टर ए रजिस्टर्ड जीटीए. एक बार रीड करो और मुझे आंसर दो. 2 मिनट आपके लिए. काइंडली रीड द क्वेश्चन, गिव मी द आंसर. Kindly read the question, give me the answer, giving you 2 minutes. Okay. ओ नवनीत, ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है ना, ये कॉन्सेप्ट खत्म हो चुका. Will it be applicable or not? Just allow me some time. But question otherwise है. Question is otherwise. The Raju Transporter, a registered GTA, provided the service of the transportation of goods of Kukreza and Kukreza, unregistered partnership firm. So as of now, they have not given the concept of the forward charge, reverse charge, etc. Unregistered partnership firm paid 8,000 to the Raju Transporter as consideration. Now tell me, Because recipient is unregistered, will it be exempted? Recipient is unregistered, will it be exempted? क्या ये exempted हो जाएगा? Answer is no, it cannot be exempted. See, assuming he has not opted forward charge, he has not opted forward charge, assuming, then when the recipient is the specified categories of the recipient, you remember specified categories of the recipient: partnership firm, body corporate, factory societies, cooperative society. If they are unregistered also, it would be mandatory to take a registration and pay the GST under RCM. हाँ कुलदीप, वो जरूर बात लिख देना, assume that they have not opted forward charge. ठीक है. सी, अगर ये प्रोप्राइटरशिप फॉर्म होता तो व्हाट वुड बी योर आंसर? If it is proprietorship, then what would be your answer? Same question. If it is proprietorship, then what would be your answer? Very nice. Linga, fully agree with you. Navneet, fully agree with you. Gopal, 100% agree with you. अगर यहां पर अनरजिस्टर्ड प्रोप्राइटरशिप फॉर्म होता, देन व्हाट वुड बी योर आंसर? करेक्ट नवनीत. नवनीत कैसे करेगी फॉर्म? मतलब सी, इन द रजिस्ट्रेशन चैप्टर we will discuss, but I have explained the same in the I have also explained the same in the RCM chapter, that they have to take by virtue of the section 24 clause 3. These, if RCM is liable, they have to take mandatory registration. Absolutely correct, Navneet. They have to take mandatory registration and then pay the GST under RCM. They cannot remain unregistered. ठीक है. मतलब यही देखिएगा. सी, क्वेश्चन का लिंकिंग ऐसा ही होगा. There would be the big one, might be big question or small question maybe, but in the big question this type of the confusion would always be there. Either service would be registered, exempted, recipient is required to take mandatory, exempted, or liability would be shifted to the supplier under forward charge. So you have to be thorough about that. RCM versus exemptions. I always say exemption and RCM both are going together. They are not two independent chapters. Please remember, they are not two independent concepts. They are complementary to each other. See, if the services are provided to unregistered partnership firm, answer would be RCM. If it is unregistered proprietorship, answer would be exempted. So both concepts would parallelly run, then only you can give the accurate answer. चलो, third question में read. Third question में पढ़ें. Give the answer. Read the question and then give the answer. I am not receiving the reply from everyone. Nishit, Miss Sheikh, Naga, Rujan, Nagaraja, Navneet, Gopal, Kuldeep, Mandal, Miss Pasala, everyone. और अगर किसी का नाम, if I'm using the incorrect pronunciation or incorrect name, is using the word galat, or kindly excuse me, sometime it is possible. everyone requested to give the answer. Okay. ओके, ठीक है, ठीक है. So great. uh Nagaraja is saying okay. Very agree with, fully agree. Navneet, absolutely correct. But is there not any there is some twist in the question यार, एक बार find out करो ना, एक बार find out करो ना. There is some twist in the question. Mr. Gopal, Mr. Linga, Navneet has given the correct answer. Navneet, yes, yes. कुलदीप, समझ में नहीं आप क्या कह रहे हैं, मतलब सी यू आर यूनिट. अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है, ठीक है. Problem is not in this. That is okay. There is some healthcare services fully exempted. But what is the room rent? Intense care पर डे का 15,000 है. What would be your answer? Any twist, anything? मैं कह रहा हूं, believe me that I am not concluded the answer. I've just given the twist, or I have created the confusion. Simply I am saying, मैंने अभी तक इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं दिया, मैंने सिर्फ कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट किया है. एंड स्लाइट कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट करने के बाद आपने अपना आंसर चेंज कर दिया है. नाउ यू गिव मी द फाइनल आंसर. नाउ यू गिव मी द फाइनल आंसर. रिमेंबर दैट 5,000 का कुछ था. रिमेंबर दैट 5,000 का कुछ था. आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज दैट. नाउ यू टेल मी द फाइनल आंसर. नाउ यू टेल मी द फाइनल आंसर. Navneet. Okay, Navneet has given the answer. I'm asking the answer now, final answer. Lot of confusion I've created so that none of the possibility would create the incorrect. None of the possibility would be there in the final exams when you are appearing. Will the 5,000 be applicable here? Now let me ask, will the 5,000 be applicable here? Will the 5,000 be applicable here? The answer is, it is healthcare services. It is healthcare services. Healthcare services for which they are charging 15,000, so total 30,000. Whether they have given anything separately for the room rent, whether they have given separately the room rent, no, they have not given any separate charges for the room rent. The concept of 5,000 is applicable where room charges exceed 5,000 per day. जहां पे रूम चार्जेस 5,000 से एक्सीड करता है, room charges, these ICU care unit, intensive care unit, these would not be applicable. Excluding that, अगर ICU का चार्जेस मान लो 15,000 रुपए पर डे है, doesn't matter. The 5,000 का concept is applicable for room rent, room charges. So in this case, because it is completely the healthcare services, therefore entire would be exempted in the GST. This is my final answer. Any doubt, kindly ask me. कोई भी डाउट है तो आप पूछ लीजिए. Parallelly, I will open and also show you the respective line, serial number where it is written healthcare service by the clinic establishment, an authorized medical practitioner is exempted. However, nothing in this entry shall apply to the service provided by the clinical establishment by way of the room having room charges exceeding 5,000. Now, important part is they are saying other than neonatal intensive care unit, cardiac care unit, critical care unit, intensive care unit. So for all these, the 5,000 is not applicable. They are saying other than. Is it clear? I hope everyone is clear now. Final answer is exempted. Correct. It's not room charges. It's not room charges. ठीक है ना? फाइनल आंसर क्या होगा? इट्स एग्जेम्प्टेड. मैंने आपको कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट किया बिकॉज इट इज द नॉर्मल प्रैक्टिस whenever the question is being incorrectly answered by us in practice, it will not be incorrectly answered in the exams. मैंने ये चीज तो देखी है, जब हम कोई गलती करते हैं ना, वो गलती हमेशा याद रहती है. दैट इज द रीजन आई क्रिएटेड द so many alternatives, so many possibility in this question. Let's move further. Read the next question, give me the answer. Let's take 2 minutes, give me the answer, think, and then you all give me answer, please. Okay. Okay. Arun has given the answer. Naga Raja M has given the answer. Linga R has given the answer. Kuldeep has given the answer. Kia Sumi has given the answer. What is correct or not correct? We have not analyzed. Naveen, thank you. Yeah, everyone, 6, 7 participants are regularly doing the answer, doing the chat, doing the reply. My humble request to all, please, others also to be participated. सभी बाकी पार्टिसिपेंट से मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है कि काइंडली गिव द आंसर. So you are saying like taxable. Any reason why it is taxable? Like Kuldeep, Navneet, Barna, can you tell me better ki why it is taxable? See, okay, because other are saying exempted. Arun, you are also saying taxable. मुझे reason बता सकते? Can you please tell me the reason why it is taxable? What is the reason you have written the answer that taxable? Why? Okay. What is the correct answer? You all are requested to जिसने भी taxable करना थोड़ा सा reason अगर मुझे मिल जाएगा तो that would be better. See the first point, first answer that 25% or 20%. Considering 20% in case of the composite supply, where the value of the goods does not exceed 25%, then it would be exempted in the GST. It would be exempted in the GST. But problem is maintenance services for the MCD office are not in relation to the Article 243W. Problem is the nature. See, what I told you, key service should be under Article 243G or 243W. If the service is not that category, it would not be exempted. So what is the final answer? The final answer is that maintenance services are not exempted provided to the MCD. Just let me go to the relevant page of the particular. A local authority about the work of the maintenance work to the agency. It's something different, but the point is, the point is different. Let me open the relevant. Just wait for some time. I will break and in the break I will take up this question once again. Okay. Any doubt? See, Nagaraja, problem is not in the 25%. See, if you go to that particular, एक second. Composite supply of the goods where the 25% of the value of the said composite supply, you have satisfied this condition. But the problem is, it should be in relation to the function of panchayat and function of municipality under Article 243G and 243W. There are two conditions now. एक तो goods का value should not be exceeded 25%. You have satisfied that condition. But the municipal that keep maintenance of the office does not qualify in this particular relation to the function interested to the panchayat or municipality under Article 243W. Therefore, it is not exempted. See, it is not individual condition. Both condition has to be satisfied altogether. Is it okay? ठीक है, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पढ़ते हैं. ये तो बड़ा सिंपल है. वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. Talliza and Talliza advocate firm provide the legal service to the state government for representation in the High Court. नवनीत, मतलब you are saying कि exempted or are you saying कि taxable? अच्छा, फिफ्थ, सॉरी, हाँ हाँ हाँ, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का आप आंसर दे रहे हैं, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का आप आंसर दे रहे हैं, ओके। करेक्ट। सो इट्स a simple question. Let me add one or two more point. If they provide the legal service to the another advocate, will it be taxable or will it be exempted? Will it be taxable or will it be exempted? Advocate, form of advocate provide to the another advocate, then other than senior, correct. Kuldeep has highlighted correct point. I'm not including a senior because the time I will say the senior advocate service provider, then the exemption will not be available. So if it is an individual advocate or firm of advocate, but other than senior advocate, providing the service to the government, service is exempted. Provided to other advocate, state government, etc., other advocate, that is exempted. ठीक है. So Navneet, here I'm saying firm of advocate, but I'm not saying that it is a senior advocate. The problem is only with the senior advocate. So in my second situation, when the advocate service is being rendered by firm of advocate to the another individual advocate, then also it would be exempted. नहीं नहीं, अभी तो exempted है ना, it is exempted. Mr. Raja, it is exempted. Then why the question of government will pay the GST? It is not under RCM. Because it is exempted, so therefore they're not required to register and pay the tax. Had had it be had it be not exempted, in that case your answer would be correct. Need to pay the tax under RCM. Only entity exceeding specified limit, then RCM at the rate of 18%. Correct. RCM का रेट सर्विस है तो मोस्टली 18% है. फाइन. BLF Mall Noida provide the service by way of the vehicle parking to the general public in the basement of mall. Will it be taxable or will it be exempted? Small question. Tribunal is private. So who is service provider? Arun. Who is service provider? In your question, who is service provider? Advocate. Arun. So you have asked one question regarding tribunal. Tribunal private कैसे हो सकता है? How the tribunal can be private? You can unmute yourself also. Any participant, if you have any doubt, you please unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Correct. So vehicle parking service to the general public, it is taxable, it is not exempted. Next question, very simple. Service provided by the private transporter to the Scholar Boys Higher Secondary School by way of the transportation of a student to and from the school. Please note, the service provider is the private transporter and is providing to and from the school. Very simple question. Only two are exempted, from are exempted, or both are exempted? The answer is the service of transportation to the education institute who are engaged in the preschool up to higher secondary, then that are exempted. That are exempted. ठीक है, अगला क्वेश्चन भी अच्छा है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज वेरी नाइस. Service of health insurance business provided to the health and bless insurance company by the health and bless insurance company to Mr. Kishore and his family, taxable or exempted? Will it be taxable or will it be exempted? Kuldeep, whomsoever are saying taxable, can you give me the reason why it is taxable? Reason of taxability. Just tell me the reason of taxability. So, if the person who is taking the insurance for individual and the family, then that service would be exempted in the GST. When it is not exempted, if the recipient is, ये exemption कब available नहीं होगा? When this exemption will not be available? Insurance services are not healthcare services. No, insurance services are separately exempted. It is not clubbed with the healthcare at all. You are absolutely correct. Insurance is not healthcare. So it is not exempted by that entry. But there is a separate entry created for that. Can you tell me that the amendment would be applicable till what date? You are appearing for the May examination. एक बार मुझे कंफर्म करना, by which date of the amendment will it be applicable for your May exams? किस तारीख तक का अमेंडमेंट आपके ऊपर एप्लीकेबल है? किस तारीख तक का अमेंडमेंट आपके ऊपर एप्लीकेबल है? समर सिंह 31 अक्टूबर, समर सिंह 30 सितंबर. Kuldeep, you are only seeing 31st October. All are seeing 30th September. ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, A1 hotel provides the supply of the accommodation service having the value equal to 20,000 per month to the MBBS student for a continuous period of the 180 days. Now, give me the answer. The answer is it would be exempted because up to 20,000 for continuous 3 month exempted है. So, is it up to 20,000 or less than 20,000? Point to be remember. क्या ये 20,000 तक की बात करता है या लेस देन 20,000 की बात करता है? लेस देन 20,000 है या अप टू 20,000 है? Equal to up to accommodation services up to 20,000 provided it should be supplied for a continuous period of 90 days. Then it would be exempted. Okay. Let's move to the next question. ABC Infra is a partnership firm. Just and following transactions. 90 days, not 3 months. It is 90 days. What is written in that particular condition? Which I should read, Navneet? Question you mean to say? This question. ABC Infra. That is, okay. ABC Infra is a partnership firm registered in the GST. It furnishes the following detail. So we are reading the one by one detail. They have received the consideration from neighboring housing cooperative society as ABC Infra agreed to install effluent plant for treatment of the wastewater, even though there is no legal requirement to do so, and for which this ABC Infra received 5,50,000. Okay, let's first complete the question. Read the question. Consideration received from distribution of the passage for cricket match organized as firm's annual event. Total 500 passes have been distributed and 2,42,500 amount has been received. Services given for the construction of building to the state government in relation to the function entrusted to the municipality under Article 243W. Construction material used is of this much of the amount included in the above figure. Services given booking air ticket in economy class फॉर फ्लाइट बिटवीन मुंबई टू मणिपुर 1,20,000. All the transaction are intrastate excluding GST. You will assume the rate 18%. Compute the GST payable by ABC Infra for the month of the Feb. Now tell me. First, tell me whether all are taxable or anyone. All, see, first you tell me about this. Is it taxable or is it exempted? 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone requested to please give the separate answer. Whether 1 is taxable or exempt, 2 is taxable or exempt, 3 is taxable or exempt, 4 is taxable or exempt. Everyone please give the answer. And then we will analyze one by one. Any transaction which is exempted, taxable. First, tell me 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it taxable or is it exempted? If you are saying exempted or if you are saying taxable, support one or two word. Support your answer with one or two word. Okay. Mr. Raja is saying all GST payable. Navneet is saying that is exempted. Okay. 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 Navneet is saying okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All are taxable. Okay. सर 100 गायब है. ओके ऐसा आप. सो यू लाइक टू आस्क एनीथिंग नवनीत? फर्स्ट हाउसिंग सोसाइटी नॉट गवर्नमेंट. ओके. First is taxable. Navneet is saying. So Navneet, now you have changed the answer. Correct? पहला टैक्सेबल, दूसरा एग्जाम, तीसरा टैक्सेबल, चौथा एग्जाम. ओके. अच्छा सेम है आपका. ओके. सो मिस बर्णा मंडल इज सेइंग कि दैट फर्स्ट इज टैक्सेबल, सपोर्टिंग इवेंट टैक्सेबल सप्लाई, सॉरी स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट. ओके. एग्जाम टैक्सेबल टैक्सेबल टैक्सेबल. ओके. Fine. No problem. Let me start one by one. First transaction consideration received from Housing Cooperative Society as NBC Infra agreed to install this plant for treatment of the wastewater, even though there is no legal requirement to do so. So this would be taxable. It would not be exempted. You all agree? Anyone have any doubt? Agreed. Second में there is a different thought. यहां पर 500 passes सेल किए हैं. इज इट टैक्सेबल? और अगर पर पर्सन इतना है तो एग्जेम्प्ट हो जाएगा. देयर इज सम थ्रेशोल्ड लिमिट ना. व्हाट इज दैट कि इफ द अमाउंट per person is below that, then it will not be taxable. What was that amount? कुछ exemption था ना. Right to admission. अगर right to admission है in the event, sports event, कुछ amount की limit थी. Am I right? Yes, you are saying 500 was the limit. Not more than 500 or below 500. Now calculate and tell me what is the amount that they are charging per person. Calculate and tell me what is the amount they are charging per person. Calculate and tell me that what is the amount they are charging per person. Raja, Mr. Raja M. It was not 250, it was 500. It was 500, not 250. That could be the reason of consideration is not more than rupees 500 per person, then the service would be exempted. You can see this entry and let me know if you have any doubt. Where the consideration for right to the admission to the event, as referred to in A, circus, second, award function, concern, musical performance, or any sports event, even other than a recognized sporting event. These are, if not more than 500, then that would be exempted by this serial number. So the final answer is that service would be exempted and not taxable. Agreed? So service would be, नवनीत मुझे दिखाई नहीं दे रहा. I think it might be disabled. Not sure. So the answer is that it is exempted. Fine. Let's move further. What about this? Mostly are saying taxable. Mostly all are saying taxable. Reason? Yes, absolutely correct. Mr. Nagaraja, you have calculated the amount, how much it was percentage. क्या मुझे calculate करना है इस point में? What is the things which I need to do the calculation? क्या calculate करना है कि value of the goods was 279,375 divided by 8,20,000. कितना percent आ रहा है? What is the answer? How much material cost? The material cost is how much material cost? How much material cost? So how I will calculate 279,375 divided by 8,20,000 multiplied by 100. Then it comes to 34 point something. Na? It comes to 34.07. Okay. So therefore it is taxable. Kitna percentage, up to what amount this would be exempted? Up to how much percentage this would be exempted? Up to how much percentage this would be exempted? Up to 25%. The exemptions are up to 25%. In that given case, because it is more than 25, therefore it would be taxable. Absolutely correct. Last, booking the air ticket in economy class for flight between Mumbai to Manipur, 1,20,000. Again, the thought are different. Your answer is different. Give me the final answer, whether it is taxable or whether it is exempted. Just give me the final answer. Some are saying taxable, some are saying exempted. Give me the final answer. but all maximum are saying taxable. Maximum participant are saying taxable. Maximum participant are saying taxable. Some are saying that it is exempted. Ms. Mandal is saying that it is taxable Mumbai to Manipur. Exempted is Manipur to Mumbai. Okay. So all are saying taxable. All are saying taxable. All are saying taxable except Navneet. Arun is also saying it is exempted. Okay. Fine. Wait for. Navneet is saying exempted. Arun is saying exempted. Rest all are saying taxable. ठीक है. Just take 5 more minutes think and then we will come back after the break of 10 minutes. We will start at 6:10, 7:10. इसका आंसर 5 मिनट और सोचिएगा. Just think 5 more minutes. Read the respective entries and then again tell me. It is confusing. I am saying it is confusing. एक बार आप एंट्री रीड करना and then you tell me why it is taxable or why it is exempted. ठीक है. मनीष जी 10 मिनट का ब्रेक and then we will resume. मनीष जी fine. So we will resume it after 10 minutes. ठीक है. So the problem in this question is what is the nature of the service? That is only important. Services given of booking air ticket. So one possibility would be that you can say that it is not the transportation of passenger service. It is basically the booking service, air travel agent service, for which they are charging 1,20,000. It could be possible now that they are giving for the entire organizations for a lot of people, let's say. So if you are treating this, because the word is booking air ticket, it is not written that air transportation or transportation of passenger service has been given. Okay. So you need to write your assumption. You need to write your assumption that we have treated that it is the commission or fees that they are charging for a booking air ticket. And someone are saying, no. Specified state again, Arun. What is the problem? The problem is they will always use the state which are specified under exemption category. Intentionally, they are using the word Manipur, Arunachal, Bagdodra. They will use this word. But what is that exemption? Let me move to the particular. This is entry now. Service of transportation of passenger, not the service of booking air ticket. Service of booking air ticket is important, but in this case, I can say. Sir, that is okay now. See, this is exam. Navneet, this is exam. Or sorry, Nagaraja. This is exams. Assumption can be given, right? So they are saying kindly treat the service as 18%. So that is only exemptions. That they are only assumptions that they've taken. It is not that they all are actually taxable at 18% or 5%. This is exams. The rate are only indication to calculate. That's it. So please do not get confused. Why? Because it may be 5%, it may be 12%, it may be 18%, it may be some other rate. आपको सिर्फ क्या करना है? You need to calculate the value and the tax according to the rate that they have given. You do not apply. So that is the point which is correct. So because next question, my that all component are very important. All component are very, very important, I can say. Next question, Mate. The one individual registered supplier of Ahmedabad has received the amount in respect, Mr. Dhanwan, an individual registered supplier, individual and registered has received the amount in respect to the activity undertaken during the month of Jan. So, quickly tell me what is the amount of the GST, what is the amount of the liability, CGST and SGST. What all are interested? Just एक बार calculate and quickly tell me the answer ना कि कितना amount होगा CGST का. What is the amount of the CGST would be calculated on these amount? The taxable value. Exclude the exemptions. Quickly tell me and then give me the answer key that what is the amount. Okay. Navneet has calculated. Tell me. I think one or two more participant can calculate. Then we can proceed. What is the total CGST liability? Navneet, mark proportionately, na? Proportionately mark. Take the proportionate. So the amount of the liability. Nee, why IGST? Nagaraj, it's saying that all transactions given above are intra. Then why IGST? Navneet, not sure too much, but the proportionate marking would be there. Proportionate marking would be there. I think 3 तो मिल ही जाएगा. 1,34,100 मैक्सिमम इतना आ रहा है. ठीक है. मैक्सिमम 1 लाख सभी का, मोस्टली सभी का ये आ रहा है 134,100. ठीक है. Now let's move. So during the month of Feb, the following activity: consideration received from security and housekeeping services provided to the Holy Foundation, an education institute providing the service by way of the preschool education outside the school premises on its annual day function. Consideration received from the security and housekeeping services provided to the Holy Foundation outside the school premises on its annual day function 60,000. What you would say? Will it be taxable or will it be exempted? Will it be taxable or will it be exempted? What do you think? Taxable or exempted, and give me the reason. Taxable or exempt? Requesting everyone to participate. Okay, education facility by school is exempt. Okay, because it is outs. Okay. Kuldeep, exempted outside school premises. Taxable, 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 taxable. Again, let me open the relevant entry. Entry number 66. Service provided to an education institute by way of security, cleaning, or housekeeping performed in institute, performed in such education institute. And in our question, what is the service? Service are matching. Service do not have any problem. Cleaning, security, housekeeping are covered. To an education institute is covered. But where they have provided, the service has been rendered outside the school, and when it is exempted, if it is being provided inside the school. So it is taxable. All agreed? It become taxable. It become taxable. It become taxable. चलिए sir. Next, amount received as an honorarium for participating as guest anchor on TV in relation to debate. Tell me, is it taxable or is it exempted? If taxable, then why? If it is exempted, then why? There was a clarification. This particular point has been clarified. This particular point has been clarified. सिर्फ यही वाला पॉइंट क्लैरिफाई किया था. Nagaraja, fully agree with you that, see, Just allow me 1 minute. Let me go back and then discuss with the this particular point. So, do you in the position? Are you in the position to unmute yourself, Nagaraja? Are you in the position to unmute yourself?
Yes, sir, my voice audible?
Yeah, now it is audible. See, we need to check the service are given to the education institute. That is okay. But what is the other condition? Like if I talk about the transportation services, they're only saying to and fro. So obviously they will pick from outside the premises and they will drop to this, they will drop a student to the premises or vice versa. Here in this case,
So related second question.
first, you are talking about first point or second point?
Second, sir, taxable exceed 1,50,000.
This one.
Yes.
So side, Nagaraja, please confirm. Which question number 3, point number 2?
So second, already first one discussed it, sir. Annual day functions outside the school premises, the services for the educational
Perfectly.
institution.
Okay. You are talking about this one.
Yes. Taxable exceed 1,50,000.
Okay. That we'll discuss. Just all are participating. Let me receive the answer from all the person, and then we will discuss. Will it be taxable? Will it be exempted? ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Some are saying that 1,50,000. Like Nagaraja is also saying 1,50,000. Will the point of 150 be applicable here or not? You are mixing the two entries. Let me come back to the entry number 78. 78 talks about service by the artist by way of the performance in the folk or classical art. It is music or dance or theater, and consideration is not more than 150, that is exempted. Whether the TV debate are being covered in this particular entry, क्या टीवी डिबेट यहाँ पे कवर होगा? Will the TV debate be covered here? Answer is no, it will not be covered. So the question of 150, please do not write. See, you may say taxable. The final answer is correct, let's say, but the reasoning, if you are saying this, then the entire mark, even if it is taxable, then the entire mark goes out. Nothing will be given to you. Why it is taxable? Why it is taxable then? There was a circular 177 which clarify that TV debate is taxable. They have to pay the GST. The basic threshold limit, the 20 lakhs would be applicable. The basic threshold जिसमें आपको टैक्स नहीं रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं लेना, that would applicable, otherwise it is not applicable. So that was clarified. Let me open the slide. Let me open that particular material. GST on the payment of honorarium to the guest anchor. Circular 177 clarified the applicability of the GST guest anchor to participate in their show. It is clarified that supply of all goods and services are taxable unless exempt or declared as neither supply. Services performed by the guest anchor in lieu of the honorarium attract the GST liability. वो 10-20 का लिमिट एप्लीकेबल होगा, दैट इज ओके, अदरवाइज इट इज टैक्सेबल. सो थिएटर कवर, नॉर्मल सिनेमा शोज, that is again there is no such clarification. So Arun, you need to give the answer by supporting your reasoning. But that particular question which is being asked, that is mainly on the guest anchor specifically, and therefore, ठीक है. हाँ नवनीत, just tell me.
Good evening, sir.
हाँ, good evening.
So, sir, for this case, if I write down the note that it is assumed that the guest anchor's turnover is less than 20 lakh or 10 lakh in case of a specified special category, so it will be exempted.
हाँ, you can see.
Yes, sir. And sir, if I'm not assuming anything,
One second. You cannot take this assumption. Tell me the reason. You cannot take this assumption. Tell me the reason.
uh,
Who is the anchor here? Who is the anchor? Mr. Dhanwan,
yes, sir.
already registered.
Yes, sir. It is written above that it is registered.
So point is that कि जो वो वाला assumption था, वो तभी use करना जब ये registered word नहीं हो.
Yes,
In this
sir.
case, you cannot take. Clear है ना ये वाला point तो?
Yes, sir. Sir, last वाला point जो था 2,25,000 वाला, so what was the conclusion about that? Like, it is taxable or not?
Taxable.
Taxable.
यही तो discuss कर रहे हैं अभी तो. 225 ना?
Yes, sir. We are talking about 1,50,000 na guest anchor, but
हाँ.
above point was 2,25,000.
So I am saying कि that ये entry 150. Suppose if there is 1,25,000, what would be your answer?
It
Suppose
will
if
be
the amount
taxable.
is 125, then what would be your answer?
Taxable.
Taxable, because वो 150 की entry जो है उसमें cover ही नहीं होगा.
Yes, sir. ये तो उससे
It,
related ही नहीं है.
absolutely. And over and above, there is a specific clarification regarding this debate participation in TV, and therefore we can say it is taxable.
Yes, sir. एक बार सर क्वेश्चन दिखाइए.
अच्छा क्वेश्चन, अच्छा सॉरी, ये वो शेयर है क्या? हाँ, ओके ओके ओके. देख रहे क्वेश्चन अभी?
Yes, sir. ये लिखा हुआ है amount received as an honorarium for participation as guest anchor. अच्छा अपना टीवी. Okay, 2,25,000. Yeah. It will be taxable whether it is 20,000 or 1,50,000 because it is registered and is a guest. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So next point is got it, going on taxable. Okay. Kuldeep, you are saying something here. See, Nagaraja, you cannot take the exemption basic threshold limit because this particular party, this particular Mr. Dhanwan is already registered. So the limit of 20 lakh or 10 lakh will be applicable till the time you are not registered. If you registered, then whatever the amount is there, you need to pay the GST. If it is taxable supply, suppose I am registered and my total taxable supply is 5 lakh, it is below 20 lakh. Do I need to pay the GST or not required to pay the GST? Asking the question to all. Suppose if I'm registered and my total value or total supply is 5 lakh only, what would be your answer? Do I need to pay the GST or not? I am registered. Kuldeep, I'm registered. Oh my God. Oh, let me repeat the question. I think there are some doubt. Let me repeat the question. Try to think. Try to give me the answer. I am registered in the GST. My total annual turnover is 5 lakhs. I have registered in the GST and my total turnover in the GST after registration it is 5 lakh. Do I need to pay the GST? The only one answer, just someone has says that need not to pay the GST. Again, जिसका आंसर इनकरेक्ट होता है मैं उसका नाम नहीं लेता. I'm not using the name who is giving the incorrect answer. I'm always using the name who is giving the correct answer. ठीक है. One answer I have received need not to pay. Please listen carefully, beta. If I am registered then the threshold limit, basic threshold limit of 20 lakh, 10 lakh, 40 lakh will go away. It is redundant. The day when I have taken the registration, I need to pay the GST. Clear, beta? Just confirm. Whomsoever has given the incorrect answer, please quickly confirm. And rest everyone, Kuldeep, Nagarama, Pasala, everyone, Navneet, everyone has given the correct answer. Linga, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's move further. Next, some received as hiring charges for provision of non-AC contract carries for the transportation of employee to and from work to the Messrs Siddhi Private Limited, registered person under GST. Such hiring charges is for 3 months. Use of the contract carries is at the disposal of the company. Total amount is 150. Hiring for service of the non-AC contract carries. Non air condition contract carries. थोड़ा क्विकली कर लेते हैं, थोड़ा क्विकली कर लेते हैं. Again, it would not be exempted. Again, it would not be exempted because exemption is available only when it is for the predefined or predetermined route and schedule. In this example, contract carriage is hired for a period of time and it is at the disposal of the recipient, therefore it is not exempted. थोड़ा सा क्विकली कर लेते हैं so that we can cover all the question. Taxable. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा क्विकली कर लेते हैं so that we can cover, because 45 minutes, we have the time of 45 minutes, then we need to cover, and then our last 10 minutes quick round of the question answer. Amount received from provision of training on recreational activity of music. Tell me, taxable or exempt quickly. So mostly are saying correct. Mostly all the participants are saying yes. So quickly see the slide. Quickly see the institute service by way of training or coaching in the recreational activity relating to art, culture by an individuals. So the service would be exempted. ठीक है, amount received from service would be exempted. Renting of the residential flat to Mr. Sahil, proprietor of Messrs Dayaram and Sons, a registered person in GST for the purpose of his own residence. एक साहिल, मिस्टर साहिल है, उसको रेजिडेंशियल फ्लैट दिया है रहने के लिए फॉर पर्सनल कैपेसिटी, बट द अमाउंट इज मोर देन 20,000. व्हाट वुड यू से? Will it be taxable? Will it be exempted? Will it be taxable? Will it be exempted? Will it be taxable? Will it be exempted? Again, the answer would be exempted because it is renting of residential dwelling for residence purpose. For residence purpose, right? Let me open that particular respective entries. Renting of residential dwelling when it is used for the residence, except when it is rented to registered person. But The explanation one says where the registered person is a proprietor and rent the residential dwelling in his personal capacity for use as his own residence, then this cover the service. In this example, even if the recipient might be registered in the GST, but it would not be taxable because the service would cover. Explanation one says that the renting of the residential dwelling will cover this service also. Clear? So now you can calculate, and let me move to the question number 4. Ravindra, a registered person in Madhya Pradesh, has provided the following information. Any question? Exempted, not in furtherance of business. So Kuldeep explains, sir. You would have written taxable. Thanks for correcting. Okay. Now that's saying third. No, that is not the reason. Let me tell you. Suppose this has been given. This has been given to the employees. Will you say it is a furtherance of business? Will you say it is a furtherance of business? Suppose I am registered, I am a corporate limited company, but my employees, I have given the facility of residence also, for which I am paying the XYZ rent. Will it be in the course of furtherance of business? Answer is no. But in that case, if I am paying the rent, I need to discharge the liability under RC. Nagaraja, this question is not the Schedule 3 question. Again, you have clicked this, you have linked the point perfectly great. Let me explain once again. Nagaraja is saying Schedule 3. Will the Schedule 3 be applicable here or not? Answer is no. Why? Schedule 3 is between which two person? Employer and employee? Employer and employee? Agreed, na? Schedule 3 is applicable for employer and employee. Correct, na? Service provided by the employee to the employer. Correct? Here we are talking about service of the residential accommodation given by the landlord, whomsoever is, to my employee, for which I am paying the rent. So this is not between me and my employee. This is between me and the owner of the residential dwelling. So therefore, it not come into the ambit of the Schedule 3. Clear now? So you have correctly pointed out, but this is not covered. Employer to employee is also taxable. Okay. But it could be now. See, for example, employees also, but there was a circular na. Say suppose if it is my part and parcel of my CTC, so in some perks are being given, correct? So that is altogether different question, different discussion. So for that there was a circular underneath, okay, which talks about that this will be extended to that perks also. Okay. 172 if I am not wrong. So 172 if I am not wrong. ठीक है. बट अभी हम बात कर रहे हैं तो जो रेंट मैं पे कर रहा हूं, आई नीड टू पे द टैक्स अंडर आरसी. आई नीड टू पे द टैक्स अंडर आरसी. ठीक है. सो लेट मी कम बैक ऑन क्वेश्चन 3 का. और भी एक डाउट और था ना, आई थिंक एक देयर वाज वन मोर डाउट. हाँ, let me read the question number 4. He was appointed by the recognized sports body as chief selector of hockey team and received the remuneration of 5 lakh. Will it be taxable? Will it be exempted? Whenever you are giving the answer not taxable or exempt, add one or two words by which I can understand the reason. By which I can understand the reason. Arun, means employees obligation met by employer. Yes, because it is my business expenditure. I am debiting in my profit and loss account. I am debiting to my company expenditure. The landlord is raising the bill to me, and I am a registered person, and therefore I need to pay the tax under RC. My last question discussion. In this case, because it is a chief selector, and therefore exemption will not be there. When the exemption will be there, uski category, what could be the designation, then this service would be exempted. You are saying that it is a chief selector, then it is taxable. Then when the exemption would be there, if he is the recognized, if he is working as in which capacity in the recognized sports body, then the remuneration, whatever the amount has been given, will be exempted. Answer is like coach, umpire, player, referee, team manager. Correct? That are exempted. Perfectly okay, sir. Next beta. Services with a pure labor contract was provided for construction of independent residential unit 180. What would be your answer? याद रखना एग्जाम में सिर्फ एग्जेम्प्ट या सिर्फ टैक्सेबल से काम नहीं चलेगा. यू नीड टू ऐड द रीजन why it is exempted and why it is taxable. You need to add the reason, right? Requesting everyone to participate. Please. Brinda, Mandal, Pasala, Prajapati, Thiasumi. I am not receiving the any answer from your side today. Insia, same. Last class you were very participative. Everything is okay. Everyone. So Kuldeep, Arun, Linga, Navneet, very nice. You are making the class very interactive. Okay. Only okay. Correct. What will it be taxable? Answer is no. It is exempted if the pure labor service contract for construction of single residential unit, otherwise part of the residential complex. अगर single residential unit है, उसके रिगार्ड में अगर कंस्ट्रक्शन सर्विस दी है तो that would be exempted. Third point, he rented out his warehouse for sugarcane and received the rental income of 75,000. What would be the answer? इसमें तो everyone is sure. Oh my God. There are again, some are saying taxable, some are saying exempted. Correct. Okay. So because it is an agriculture produce, then it would be exempted. So you can just give in the remarks that warehouse of sugarcane being an agriculture produce, it is exempted. ठीक. Mostly are saying exempted. Fine, no problem. Next, providing service to the municipal corporation Bhopal for slum improvement upgradation. Oh my God. We have read side. Probably we have read. Answer is service provided to the local bodies are exempted. Fourth, ठीक है, no problem. Exempted, exempted, exempted. So location doesn't matter, Kuldeep. Location doesn't matter. Location doesn't matter. We'll read one question. If time permit, then we will read that question. I understood your question is based on which point. So we'll try to cover that point also. ठीक है ना? We'll try to cover that point also. Then ये charge consideration for Western music dance performance in an event. What would be your answer? बताना, taxable कि exempted, reason देना. Very nice, Nagaraja. Wow, very nice, Pasala. Very nice. Oh my God, everyone has picked this point because it is Western music. It is Western music dance, and which categories of the dance are exempted? If it is folk or cultural, then it is exempted. Correct? Classical art form of the music or dance. If the consideration is, then यहाँ पर वो कितने वाला amount applicable होगा? See, now try to understand. Intentionally they are saying 125. See, try to understand. Intentionally they are saying 125. Because what you will think that 150 is exempted. We will say 150 is exempted. So might be you see. So for every question, wherever you are giving the answer is exempted by seeing the amount, recall whether there was only one condition or there are more than, or there are other conditions associated to that also. Exempted हो गया ना ये तो, नवनीत, ये तो exempted हो गया ना. 6,50,000 अमाउंट से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, local authority cannot be brand ambassador. सर एमसीडी से अलग आंसर है क्या इसका? नहीं, म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ भोपाल फॉर स्लम इंप्रूवमेंट नहीं, म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन नगरम. Yes, give me 5 minutes. I'll unmute. Give me 5 minutes. Let me complete. So, is there any doubt for the fifth? Is there any doubt for the fifth? Is there any doubt for the fifth? Clear. ठीक है. So, Nagaraja, please allow 5-10 minutes. Let me complete that one more question. And then you can unmute. And meanwhile, if you have the doubt, you can type in the chat. ठीक है. Next question, fifth number. Anand Trust Kolkata is registered under 12 AB of Income Tax Act. What is the location? Kuldeep. Nagaraja, we will discuss this point. You have the question on this point, is it? Nagaraja, on which you are saying third, which third? Question number 3. Unmute yourself. Okay. मैं आपको unmute करता हूँ. You unmute yourself and then ask. एक second. Unmute yourself.
Sir.
Please.
Audible, sir?
Audible.
Sir. Sir, third one, sir. Passengers transported by non-AC contract carriage.
Okay, what was your question?
Sir, this case exempt, sir.
Okay, reason?
Reason for vehicle given by for disposal to a company. Become is renting for motor vehicles.
Okay. So fine. Let me open that entry.
Not exempt passenger transport.
No, because it is at the disposal. The exemption is only for the predefined route. It cannot be at the disposal. So there was a clarity given by the circular. तो मैं आपको बस
Hence is a taxable supply.
Therefore it is taxable supply, right?
But you told us, sir, exempt. So I am asked again.
Oh, no. It is not exempt. I told ki that. So, एक मिनट सभी से पूछ लेता ना. What was my answer? Final answer for contract carries? What was my final answer to the contract carries? Just tell me, everyone, whether I have given as exemption or whether I have told as taxable. एक बार सब लोग बता देंगे तो मैं एक बार क्लैरिफाई कर दूंगा. Just 2 minutes. So everyone is saying taxable, sir. तो probably हो सकता है कि आप किसी और पॉइंट के, तो मैं वापस रिपीट कर देता हूं. It was taxable.
Okay, sir.
Correct? That non-air conditioned carries. And the reason was, it is not predefined route. It is at the disposal of the company. Done? Shall I proceed further?
No, sir. Enough.
Fine. Okay. So, what I was... Donation received against display of the name of the city-based school in annual release book published by the trust. Tell me, exempt or taxable? Disposal of the company का मतलब क्या हुआ बेटा? It means that I do not have the control. Suppose in the question which is asked, at the disposal of the company means company has the full right to decide the route and everything, schedule. It is not at the control of the supplier. It is everything is being controlled by the recipient. At the disposal means now you are having the full right to decide the route, etc. But the exemption is only for the predefined route. Okay. So give me the answer. Donation received against the display of the name of the city-based school in annual recognition book. It's purely advertisement, sir. It's purely advertisement. It is not a charitable. It is not a charitable activity. Therefore, it is not exempted. Correct? Receipt from sale of the food located in the trust premises. Again, the same answer. It is taxable because it is not in like कोई charitable activity नहीं है, right? It is not a charitable activity at all. Third, refundable deposit of 2 lakh, important point. And annual fees of 1 lakh received from a restaurant located in the West Bengal using the brand name and logo of annual food, Ananda Food Court, 3 लाख रुपए. 3 में 2 लाख रुपए डिपॉजिट है और 1 लाख रुपए एनुअल फीस है. What would be your answer? Kuldeep, you have used the word brand or logo, something like that, for couple of time back, couple of minutes. Correct? You told you have used the word brand, logo, something like that. So the use of the brand name and logo, what is the amount? What is the taxable? 1 lakh or 3 lakh? Entire 3 lakh is taxable or 1 lakh is taxable? Only 1 lakh is taxable. So please also give the comment that why 2 lakh is not taxable, because it is the deposit, and deposit, security deposit, is not considered as consideration, is not treated as consideration. Security deposit is not treated as consideration. Okay, 1 lakh taxable. Correct. And next is donation received for puja on occasion of Shivratri. That is pure charitable. That is charitable, and hence religious है, service of the religious ceremony, and therefore it is exempted. अगला वाला इंपॉर्टेंट है, स्किल डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम फॉर सीनियर सिटीजन aged 65 or more residing in Kolkata, 4 लाख है. Is it taxable or is it exempted? So actually ऐसे क्वेश्चन में क्या होता है, see now what they have given skill development program, they have given the age and they have given the location. So in that case there would be the probability your answer is based on one or two condition and you are not looking the other condition by which exemption is not available or available. Because it is in Kolkata. It is in Kolkata, correct? When the exemption would be given, skill development program, if it is given to the person who is residing in the rural area, and in the given case, it is the urban area. And also you can say it is not a charitable activity. Correct. Reasoning आप बहुत अच्छे से देना. Amount received for activity relating to preservation of the tiger. Metro City, right? Preservation of the tiger in West Bengal. Preservation of the wildlife is charitable activity. Preservation of the wildlife, इनका जो preservation है wildlife का, तो that is a charitable activity, therefore it is exempted, doesn't matter the location. ठीक है. Last is letting out the percentage of the religious place owned by the trust in Kolkata. Rent 10,000 per day. What would be your answer? Oh, very nice. Very nice, Arun, Kuldeep, Pasala, Navneet, Linja. Whether the exemption is less than 10,000 or up to 10,000 per day. See, I do agree. It is, what is the exemption? Renting of percentage of a religious place meant for the general public owned by the charitable trust is exempted. But when it is exempted, renting amount should be up to 10,000 or less than 10,000. Answer is less than 10,000, not up to. Less than 10,000. Less than 10,000, then it is exempted. Otherwise, it is taxable. Otherwise, it is taxable. ठीक है. ठीक है. हाँ, तो टैक्सेबल हो गया. Therefore, it become taxable ना, because it is 10. नहीं, it is written 10,000 per day, right? So therefore, it become taxable. इस क्वेश्चन में क्या लिखा था? इस क्वेश्चन में लिखा था क्या है रेंट? 10,000 rupees per day. So what is exemption? Less than 10,000 is exempted. Therefore, this 2 lakh become taxable. Agreed? Clear? Everyone are requested to tell me what is the total taxable supply. एक बार आप मुझे बता सकते हैं कितनी वैल्यू होगी ऑफ टैक्सेबल सप्लाई, सो बाय विच वी ऑल विल बी कंक्लूडिंग द आंसर कि ठीक है एवरीवन. अरुण, यस, यू कैन अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ. हाँ अरुण बताएं।
Sir, actually, I have a doubt
हाँ हाँ
related to the various of agricultural product. I thought only rice and veggies and fruits, these are exempted, and pulse also. But storage of sugarcane and coffee beans are taxable.
see there are, so fine, I'll come to the answer. I'll come to the answer. Let me open the study material and highlight that point. ठीक है, just allow me 1 minute. Meanwhile, please all are requested to calculate and tell me कितना value आ रहा है total. Requested to calculate the total is how much. सब लोग मुझे इतना बता दीजिए कि टोटल कितना आ रहा है, ताकि so Nagaraja is saying that 14 lakh. Navneet is also saying 14 lakh. So probably right answer is 14 lakh. If one or two more participants can confirm the same. So if you see, I would only say एक मिनट में हाईलाइट करता हूं. क्वेश्चन नहीं है, मैं क्वेश्चन इज नॉट विजिबल. ओके फाइन, लेट मी ओपन दैट. लेट मी ओपन दैट क्वेश्चन. एक मिनट, क्वेश्चन ओपन कर दिया मैंने. एक बार जस्ट क्विकली सी. अरुण 2 मिनट देना मेरे को, मैं इस क्वेश्चन के बाद शेयर करता हूँ उसके. ठीक है, सो गिव 1 मिनट. अरुण, you are saying because of this entry, vegetable, pulses, fruits, storage and warehousing of these items are exempted because of which entry? 24B. ठीक है. Pasala answer is 14 lakh. 14 lakh. It is not 12 lakh. But the entry which I was discussing is not 24B. It was 54. What was that entry? 54 is talking about again the एक second. Loading, unloading, packing, storage or warehousing of agriculture produce. It would be exempted. So meaning thereby there are two entry which talks about storage is exempted. So if these pulses, fruits, vegetable, even they are not in the same form, so the entry which you are talking about, the exemption of these four entry is specifically given. Whether they are agriculture produce or not, they would be exempted. But in addition to that, every agriculture produce are exempted. Now the question comes, what is the meaning of agriculture produce? So for that purpose, I would say do this, but read this analysis. Only important point which I like to highlight, that no further processing is done or done by the cultivator does not alter its essential characteristic. So because they are talking about sugarcane, only sugarcane. So therefore we can say sugarcane is an agriculture produce and storage would come under the ambit of 54. It would be exempted. But in char case mein, even though the cultivator has changed the packing, etc., marketable, everything has changed. Okay. Then also it would be exempted because there is a separate entry covered in the 24B. Make sense? Or primary activities are not altered. So I would only say, I would only say that these terms would help you. The agriculture produce का मतलब, see, agriculture produce में हमेशा confusion रहता है. So what could be the solution? The solution will be not alter the essential characteristics. Not alter the essential characteristics. ठीक है. बताएं, एक सेकेंड, किसने रेज किया था हैंड? एक बार वापस रेज करना हैंड में नाम, किसने किया था रेज? कुलदीप, एक बार आप हाँ करना. कुलदीप योर नाम. हाँ बताएं कुलदीप, टेल मी.
I was of the opinion that no doubt I am that it is done in the city limits, because agriculture is primarily associated with farm or farmland.
But whether they've given anything specifically, see, whenever the condition are not there, then we will not limit ourselves.
Correct. No,
Okay. Okay. You asked a question regarding the city. Now I could recall. Got it. So Arun, still you have any doubt? Arun, you have also raised the hand. So if you have doubt, please ask, unmute yourself and then ask. No? Just quickly take 5 minutes. Arun, yes, ask.
Sir, actually, I have one more doubt.
Please.
Okay, related to the charitable activity. Sir, is there any restriction? Charitable activity has to be served their service within the state, otherwise intrastate also it's acceptable.
एक बार repeat करना. Can you please repeat once again?
Sir, actually, what I'm asking, assume that some they're providing some education services to the houseless children. It qualified under the as a agriculture charitable activity. But in case if there any limit, it should be done within the state. Otherwise, we
No.
out of it also.
ऐसा नहीं, intra or intra as such there is no restrictions for charitable.
Okay.
Is there any specific condition written? मतलब you not apply that logic कि अगर charity है तो वो within the state ही होनी चाहिए.
Okay, sir, because sometimes when they're going to be do some inter transaction, that time maybe some other state government they have different policies.
But sir, GST, in the case of the GST, we are sure that every state cannot have the different policy except 2 places. What are the 2 places? So the every state government can decide their own threshold limit within 40. So for some state you might have heard the word कि 10 lakh, 20 lakh, किसी में 40 lakh, correct?
Yes, sir. Only specified state.
So there are 2 places in the entire GST law where the state can have the different power. One is the deciding the threshold from 10 to 20 or 40. Second is the limit of EV bill. That are the only 2 places wherein the CGST Act or CGST rules are permitting the state that you can decide it yourself. Except these 2, there cannot be any change or any different provision with respect to GST.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Nagaraja.
Sir, advancement of education program relating to skill development for senior citizen. I'm changed to this question. Alternatively, if provide skill development program to abandoned orphaned or homeless children, rupees 1 lakh rupees, and person over the age of 65 years in urban area, 2 lakh rupees.
Okay.
So
Why
in
you are
this
adding
case,
the limit? Just asking. Why you are adding the amount?
what, sir?
So you let me open that particular part. You are saying this particular person, you have told ki that it is 1 lakh rupees, right?
Yes, yes. Homeless
And
children's 1 lakh rupees.
this is 2 lakh rupees.
Yes.
So now why you are saying the amount? I am just asking.
What amounts are GST payable, sir?
And the 65 years residing in the rural area,
No, urban area.
urban area, then that part is taxable. See, if I am taking for this category, then that would be exempted. So the 1 lakh would be exempted and this would be taxable. So only 2 lakh would be taxable. I assume that language of the question does not make it the ambit of the composite supply, mixed supply, etc. Any other thought? Any other view?
No, sir, understood, sir.
मतलब मैं सिर्फ I like to only highlight one point because they are the 4 clauses. ठीक है? So only that clause. See, you are saying clearly that 1 lakh is for clause A, 1 lakh is for clause B, 1 lakh is for clause C, and 2 lakh is for the clause D. Then I will say it is the independent supply, and only because the 4th clause ka condition is not satisfied, therefore I will say it is taxable only. But let's say I am giving this much of the amount and entire amount is being charged, let's say 5 lakh rupees, by which you cannot say that it is an individual supply. Then you will apply the concept of composite or mixed supply, and by which the answer would be different.
So
Or
this
answer
question asked in this question asked in January 26 exam.
Jan 26 exam. Okay. So we'll discuss in the next class. I'll highlight. मैं लिख लेता हूँ and then I will show and then discuss again.
Okay, sir.
People donate to the temple from across countries not bound by boundaries in India. Is it correct, sir? Donate to the from across country not bound by the boundaries in India. Is it correct? Correct. So मैं बस एक क्वेश्चन एक और ले लेते हैं हम लोग क्विकली एंड देन वी विल डू दी so last question for the day, question number 6. Jitendra engaged in the providing various services and registered as a regular taxable. He furnished the following informations. Rent received for renting of land for the fish farming, 6 lakh rupees. Okay, just give me the answer. Taxable, exempt, only 5 entries are there. So just again tell me who has asked the question. Nagaraja, you asked the question regarding that particular, or Arun, you have asked the question regarding this Gen 26. I'll write the name also and will respond to the next, because we have the class in Sunday only. This particular question I will upload now. I will arrange to upload the same on the webs on your login. I will give to the ICAI Board of Studies and then they will upload. Renting of vacant land for fish farming, and it is an agricultural activity and it would be exempted. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन पेपर इज इन बीओएस पोर्टल. सो मैं डाउनलोड कर लूंगा एंड देन आई विल डिस्कस विद ऑल ऑफ यू. परफेक्टली ओके, राइट? जस्ट मुझे एक मिनट देना, मैं Gen 26 BOS. Second is exempted or taxable. Second question, will it be taxable or exempted? Price linked subsidy from Messrs Happy Registered Charitable Trust. Is it taxable or is it exempted? Is it taxable or is it exempted? Answer is taxable. And what is the reason of taxable? What is the reason of taxable? Because in non-government. Because it is non-government. Absolutely correct. Third is very simple. National Testing Agency for conducting the exams. What would be your answer? Taxable or exempt? Very simple. And there was a clarification also. NTA, National Testing Agency. Exempted. Preconditioning, pre-cooling, waxing, fruits, essential characteristic of the fruits remains same. What would be the answer? अगर essential characteristic same है, if essential characteristic same, then it would be exempted. It would be exempted. Last, providing the room, having the room charges 4500 per day to the person receiving the healthcare service from his established healthcare. What would be the answer? Taxable or exempted? Just quickly tell me the reason. Answer is, again, it would be exempted because it is 5,000. Because it is 5,000. Because it's 5,000 or more is only taxable. 5,000 or more is taxable. And in this case, 4500, which is less than 5,000, exempted. So, इसी तरीके से हमारा ये entire chapter is covered. Entire chapter is covered. We have tried to cover various. ठीक है. Just any doubt, any point which you like to ask? हाँ नवनीत, बताएं.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, there was a question about senior advocate, like where the services provided to government is exempt. So, sir, I have a doubt that if an individual advocate is providing services, so it will be exempt for everybody except the entity who is exceeding the specified limit, and RCM will be applicable for 18%. Okay. And for sir, I think I read somewhere that for if senior citizen or advocate firm is providing consultancy services, so it will be exempt only for government, any other person, and the entity whose turnover is not exceeding specified limit. Otherwise, it will be taxable if he is providing services to individual advocate, senior
Fine.
advocate.
Now
Okay.
let me. Fine. Your question is complete, Navneet?
Yes, sir. I am. Question is completed, but I have. I need some little bit explanation for every case of
That
like.
is the reason I have shared. So you can see that particular entry I have highlighted.
Yes, sir.
This is exemption entry number 45, clause B, which you have the question. If the partnership firm of advocate
Yes.
or individual advocate, irrespective of the age, other than senior advocate, What is the meaning of senior advocate? Senior advocate does not mean that senior citizen. In the Advocate Act, there is a different provision which give the categorization as a senior advocate. तो there are some categories, कुछ conditions होती है, तो एक advocate को senior advocate कहा जाता है.
But sir,
एक मिनट, जस्ट एक मिनट दीजिए खाली, एक मिनट मैं कंप्लीट कर दूं, फिर आप अपना काउंटर क्वेश्चन पूछ लीजिएगा, नो प्रॉब्लम.
yes, yes.
तो मैं कहता हूं अगर सर्विस प्रोवाइडर पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म है या इंडिविजुअल एडवोकेट है जो किसी भी दूसरे एडवोकेट को या पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म ऑफ एडवोकेट को सर्विस दे रहा है, देन इट इज एग्जेम्प्टेड. मीनिंग देयर बाय, इफ सर्विस प्रोवाइडर इज द सीनियर एडवोकेट, then is it exempted? Answer is no, it is not exempted. When exemption would be given? Partnership form of advocate or other than senior advocate, individual advocate. अगर ये दो लोग, तीन लोगों को सर्विस देते हैं, किस किस को? अदर एडवोकेट्स या पार्टनरशिप फर्म को, किसी अदर देन बिजनेस एंटिटी को, या किसी बिजनेस एंटिटी को जिसकी टर्नओवर बिलो थ्रेशोल्ड लिमिट है, और चौथा किसी गवर्नमेंट को, देन द एग्जेम्पशन वुड बी देयर. नवनीत, ओवर टू यू.
Yes, sir. So, sir, the conclusion is that if senior advocate is providing services to any individual advocate, it will be taxable. Okay.
Taxable.
Otherwise, if partnership firm is providing services, exempt only in one case, entity exceeding specified limit. An individual advocate who is not senior advocate and who is
Correct.
also providing services to a partnership firm, exempt. And if an individual providing to senior advocate, then it will be also exempt, or
Again, they have not talked about receipt. See, very nice question. See, in the service provider they are excluding, in the individual advocate they are excluding senior advocate, correct?
Okay.
In the provider, but in the recipient they are saying advocate or partnership form of advocate. So in that case I can say recipient can be senior advocate, no problem. Supplier should not be senior advocate.
Okay. So if the supplier is senior advocate, it will be taxable. Otherwise, who the else is anybody else, like any individual or partnership firm is providing services, so it will not matter like who is the recipient. Okay.
Right. मतलब whether in the advocate is individual, senior or partnership firm, it is immaterial.
Okay. So only the entity whose turnover is exceeding specified limit, it will be chargeable under the RCM at 80%.
Correct.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Start करें quick round of question answer. Let me start the quick round of the question answer. ठीक है. Now tell me, if the GTA provide the service to the body corporate, unregistered body corporate, what would be your answer? Taxable under forward charge? नहीं कुलदीप, ऐसा नहीं है कुलदीप. डिफरेंट, ऑल टुगेदर डिफरेंट प्रोविजंस आर देयर इन द एडवोकेट एक्ट. If GTA providing the service to the body corporate, who will pay the tax or it is exempted? Please note, body corporate is unregistered as of now. The answer is mandatory RCM. Mandatory RCM, they need to take registration. Which type of the service are exempted if provided to the government authority? Give me 3-4 name. Give me the name of the services provided to the government authority will be exempted. Give me 2-3 name that जहां पर recipient, अगर if the recipient is government authority, then service would be exempted. नहीं. नेचर ऑफ द सर्विस, वो नेचर ऑफ द सर्विस क्या था? सिक्योरिटी, हाउसकीपिंग, क्लीनिंग, क्या सर्विस था? मुझे नहीं ध्यान है, जस्ट आस्किंग. यस, सैनिटेशन, क्लीनिनेस. जीटीए की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं. नहीं अरुण, जीटीए नहीं यार. वाटर सप्लाई. सो व्हाट वाज द वाटर सप्लाई? था पब्लिक हेल्थ, था सैनिटेशन, था एक स्लम से रिलेटेड भी था ना. So fine, no problem, you can check. So all services are not covered under exemptions for government authority. Please note. all services are not covered under exemptions. If ICU charging more than 5,000 per day, will it be taxable or will it be exempted? ICU का rate 5,000 रुपए है, 5,000 से ज्यादा है. Will it be taxable or will it be exempted? Will it be taxable or will it be exempted? If ICU का rate is more than 5,000, let's say 6,000 per day, ICU. Absolutely correct. 5K is not applicable. These care unit, intense care unit, then the service itself would be exempted. These are healthcare services, it would be exempted. Government authorities and government. नवनीत, इनका स्ट्रक्चर सी, अगर मैं बात करता हूँ जैसे रेलवे है, तो रेलवे इज अंडर कंट्रोल, फुल कंट्रोल, 100% पावर एंड एवरीथिंग वुड बी देयर. सो स्ट्रक्चर देखना पड़ता है. Or might be they have created one entity having the combination, like for example they have created one organization in which they have taken the some stake of the government, some stake of the state, central state combination. So depend upon the structure, depend upon the organization, I would say. गवर्नमेंट तो आपको क्लियर होगा, जैसे पीडब्ल्यूडी है, कोई लोकल अथॉरिटी भी क्लियर होगा, करेक्ट. सो देयर इज ऑलवेज करेक्ट. How can see that altogether, Navneet? It's a long discussion. So for the exam point of view, you can limit yourself. The word would be there. But for practical point of view, we need to analyze much more. So जब आप CA बन जाएंगे तब कभी हम मुलाकात करेंगे किसी सेमिनार में, then we will discuss in detail. ठीक है, आज के लिए अभी के लिए हम लोग यही लिमिट रहते हैं. वर्ड वुड बी गिवन. ठीक है, ये प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम है, इसमें काफी बड़ा डिस्कशन अपने को करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, सी वो पार्ट क्लियर हो गया. व्हीकल पार्किंग चार्जेस, विल इट बी टैक्सेबल, विल इट बी एग्जेम्प्टेड? व्हीकल पार्किंग चार्जेस, विल इट बी टैक्सेबल, विल इट बी एग्जेम्प्टेड? The taxable. Life insurance, if it is given to the company, life insurance for the group of the employee, मान लो XYZ Limited है, they have purchased the life insurance, will it be exempted, will it be taxable? It is be given to the group, not individual. It is given to the group, not individuals. It is given to the group, not individual. What would be your answer? What would be your answer? It is given to the group, not individual. Please note, it is exempted only when insured is not a group. It is exempted only when insured is individual and the family member of that individuals. अगर मैं किसी ग्रुप को दे रहा हूं इंश्योरेंस, हेल्थ केयर इंश्योरेंस, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, तो ये एग्जेम्प्टेड नहीं है. इट इज नॉट एग्जेम्प्टेड. ठीक है, सो वो तो ठीक है. एक हमने पढ़ा था ना इसका एकोमोडेशन का, गिवन टू द लाइक पीजी, गेस्ट हाउस, होटल्स और स्टूडेंट्स, मतलब कोई भी, कितना नंबर ऑफ डेज तक मैंडेटरी है कि इतना नंबर ऑफ डेज देना पड़ेगा, अमाउंट शुड नॉट exceed this much. Postal services given, then it should not exceed how much, and it should be continuous for a period of how many days? It should be continuous for a period of 90 days and value should be 20,000, up to 20,000, correct? Up to 20,000. ठीक है. And if the passage for admission to the sports event is exempted if it is not exceed, if not exceeding how much rupees? If not exceeding how much rupees, then it is exempted. It is not exceeding 500 rupees. Honorarium paid for participation as guest anchor, taxable or exempt? Honorarium paid for participation honorarium paid for participation is exempt or taxable? Taxable. Taxable. Will the limit of 1,50,000 be applicable here? क्या वो लिमिट 1,50,000 वाली एप्लीकेबल होगी ऑनरेरियम के लिए? Will the limit of 1,50,000 be applicable here? No. Answer is no. What was the so वो 1,50,000 की लिमिट में कौन कौन सी कैटेगरीज, कौन कौन सी सर्विसेज कवर्ड थी? What are the natures of transactions are covered in the 1,50,000? जो 150 का डिस्कशन आपने किया था, we have discussed what was the nature of the transactions are covered. Any one or two? Correct. Musician, dance, ठीक है, artist. Okay. Great. Residential dwelling, given to whom, then it will attract RCM. Given to whom, then it is exempted. Tell me when it will cover under RCM and tell me when it will be exempted. If it is given to the registered person, then it is taxable. And if it is given to the unregistered person or given to the registered but in his personal capacity, then it is exempted. ठीक है, मतलब proprietors basically I talked about. And we have talked about the residential pure labor contract for construction of residential dwelling. कब ये taxable होगा, कब ये exempt होगा? When it will be taxable and when it will be exempted? Construction of the single residential unit. Single residential unit. Independent अगर है, single residential unit independent है, it would be exempted. अगर part of complex है, it will be taxable. It will be taxable. So warehousing or storage, warehousing storage of agriculture produce and storage of the fruit are two different exemption entries or are covered in one entry. See, again, let me see. Storage of pulses, rices, fruits and storage of agriculture produce are covered in two different entries or both are covered in one entries? Absolutely correct. These are the two different entries. One is we have discussed in the 54 and one we have discussed in the serial number 24B. 24B, correct. So there is an explain about giving the personal capacity. Pasala, there was a Delhi High Court judgment, and after that they have given the and they have added the explanation. What was that judgment? Judgment was talking about if partnership firm in which one partner is taking that particular residential dwelling, कोई flat rent के लिए लेता है and is taking in his own capacity. Own capacity का मतलब क्या हो? For family only, for his personal purpose. So individual. So in case of the proprietorship, we all know that the proprietorship individual person ka PAN and firm ka PAN would remain same. Am I right, Masala? See, in case of the proprietorship, the PAN number would be same of the firm and individual. Now this individual has taken one residential dwelling. Will the RCM be applicable or not? That Delhi High Court judgment has given the clarity. No, RCM is not applicable. And after that, this explanation 1 was added in that exemptions. Okay. So by this, we have done, we have completed from my side. Kuldeep, if I should participate in the you should. It will give the confidence, boost your morale and confidence. So thank you very much. We'll meet in the next class. Very important topic. I think this is the ITC, na? Very interesting topic. You do 10 hour. The topic is so much interested regarding the ITC. Lot of combinations are there. We will discuss in detail. Thank you very much. Good night to all of you. Manish ji, मेरी तरफ से complete है. Yes, sir. Thank you. हाँ, हाँ. We'll start with Gen 26. Thank you. Okay. Good night.